Gents, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something fresh, something that shows just how unique the world of Sigma males really is. Not every Sigma is cut from the exact same cloth, far from it. Within the rare, distinct world of Sigma males, there are different types, each with its own strengths, quirks, and mysteries. Think of it like discovering different flavors of a rare, fine wine, each one distinct, each one valuable. So, if you're wondering where you fit within the world of Sigmas, or if you're just curious about what different Sigma types look like, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll see that no matter which Sigma qualities you embody, there's a powerful strength in embracing your individuality. Let's break down each type and find out what truly makes each one irreplaceable. And don't forget, if you enjoy this, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and join our community. Here, it's all about being unapologetically you. Alright gents, let's jump right in. Number 1. The Lone Wolf. The Lone Wolf is the classic image of a Sigma male. Picture a guy with an almost mystical calm, someone who's as comfortable in a crowded room as he is trekking alone through remote mountains. The Lone Wolf has mastered the art of self-reliance. He doesn't need a large group of friends or the company of others to find fulfillment. Instead, he finds peace in solitude. And that solitude, gents, is his superpower. Imagine a guy who chooses to take a solo trip to the Himalayas, not for social media glory, but simply because he craves the raw connection with nature. People ask him if he's lonely, but he laughs it off because, to him, solitude is where he feels most alive. He's the one who hikes up to a peak and sits quietly, watching the world go by with an intense inner calm. When he returns, he doesn't boast about his journey, but people can sense that he's changed, that he's gained a new layer of wisdom that words can't explain. For the Lone Wolf, solitude isn't loneliness, it's empowerment. He's forged his path alone, not to escape others, but to truly understand himself. Number 2. The Dark Strategist. Here we have the master chess player of the Sigma world. The Dark Strategist sees life as one complex game of mental chess, and he's always a few steps ahead. He's the kind of guy who thinks through every angle, every possibility, quietly observing, calculating, and planning his moves. The Dark Strategist doesn't share his plans because, frankly, no one else would fully understand them. Think of a guy in the corporate world who never says much in meetings. People assume he's just quiet or uninterested, but what they don't know is that he's spent months observing, gathering information, learning the hierarchy, and analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of everyone around him. When a promotion opportunity appears, he slides into position effortlessly, and it leaves everyone stunned. That's the Dark Strategist's power: quiet, potent, and always a few moves ahead. He's the type who can take a setback, turn it around in his mind, and make it his strength. While others are playing checkers, he's on his own chessboard, plotting his way to success without anyone ever noticing. Number 3. The Minimalist Maverick. The Minimalist Maverick is all about simplicity. He isn't bogged down by unnecessary material things, social commitments, or distractions. While society constantly pushes for more in terms of success, possessions, or status, the Minimalist Maverick rebels against this by valuing only what truly matters. He's a man who finds joy in the basics: a peaceful life, meaningful connections, and the freedom to live on his terms. Picture a man who sold his high-rise apartment, bought a small cabin by the lake, and traded his 9 to 5 for freelance work that gives him complete control over his time. His life may look simple on the outside, but it's precisely this simplicity that grants him the ultimate wealth: freedom. The Minimalist Maverick doesn't waste energy on what doesn't matter. Instead, he channels his focus into experiences that bring him peace and satisfaction. For the Minimalist Maverick, less isn't just more, it's everything. He's removed the clutter from his life and gained clarity, and that, my friends, is a rare power in today's world. Number 4. The Silent Visionary. The Silent Visionary doesn't talk about his dreams, but don't mistake his quiet demeanor for a lack of ambition. This type of Sigma male sees life on a grand scale. He has big dreams, maybe even world-changing ideas, but he doesn't go around broadcasting them. He's the guy who quietly chips away at his goals. each day building something extraordinary without needing applause or validation from others. Imagine a man who spent 5 years working a regular job, putting away money bit by bit, and every night, he stays up late designing an innovative tech solution. His friends think he's just a quiet guy who keeps to himself, but they're unaware of the empire he's building behind the scenes. One day, he unveils his product, and everyone is left speechless. That's the silent visionary. Hardworking, humble, and fiercely committed to his vision. He doesn't need anyone's approval because he knows that when the time comes, his work will speak for itself. He's playing the long game, and it's that patience and dedication that make him unstoppable. Number 5. The Nomadic Explorer. The Nomadic Explorer is a free spirit with an insatiable curiosity. He's drawn to the unknown, to the thrill of new places, new cultures, and new experiences. For this Sigma, life is a journey meant to be explored rather than conquered. He's not just a traveler. He's a soul who seeks adventure, both external and internal. The world is his playground, and he moves through it with a sense of wonder and excitement. Picture a guy who's lived in 5 countries in as many years, picking up languages, sampling foods, and learning from people along the way. To some, he may seem like he's running from something, but he's actually running toward a fuller understanding of life itself. Every experience, every interaction adds depth to his character, and that's what makes him a true nomadic explorer. For the nomadic explorer, life is about collecting stories, not things. Each journey teaches him something new about himself and the world, enriching his spirit and freeing him from the ordinary. Number 6. The Rebel Intellectual. The Rebel Intellectual is the Sigma who questions everything. This guy isn't content with mainstream wisdom, easy answers, or following the crowd. He reads voraciously, learns passionately, and forms his own conclusions. While others might accept things at face value, the Rebel Intellectual digs deeper, challenging assumptions and carving out his own path. Think of the guy who constantly reads and learns, but never blindly agrees with what he's told. When he started his business, people said he was going about it all wrong, but he trusted his own research and instincts. Today, he's thriving, having created a unique business model that others now try to copy. That's the Rebel Intellectual. Independent, thoughtful, and entirely his own person. This Sigma doesn't rebel for the sake of it. He's after truth, and he's fearless in his pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Number 7. The Compassionate Lone Wolf. This type of Sigma might be a surprise because he seems closed off, but beneath the surface, he has a deeply compassionate heart. The compassionate lone wolf is selective about who he lets into his life, but once someone's in, they have his loyalty for life. He may not be outwardly expressive, but his actions speak volumes. He's the friend who would drive across the city in the middle of the night if you needed help, even if he never says much. He doesn't need recognition or thanks. He simply cares about those he holds close and is fiercely protective in his own quiet way. While he may appear detached, his close friends and family know that he has their backs, no questions asked. Number 8. The Quiet Protector. The Quiet Protector isn't the loudest guy in the room, but he's the one you'd want in your corner when things go south. This Sigma steps up to defend others, not for glory or recognition, but because it's simply in his nature to help. He has a calm strength and a silent resilience that draws people to him. He doesn't seek attention, but people can't help but notice his presence. Imagine a man who calmly steps in when he sees someone in trouble, whether it's breaking up an argument or defending someone from unfair treatment. He does it without a word, without waiting for applause. The Quiet Protector's strength lies in his humility and his commitment to doing what's right. While he may not wear a cape, he's the kind of hero we could all use in our lives. Reliable, steady, and unshakable. Number 9. The Artistic Dreamer. Creativity and self-expression define the artistic dreamer. This Sigma uses his art, whether it's music, writing, painting, or some other medium, as a way to communicate with the world. He's not interested in fame or wealth. He's driven by the pure love of creating something meaningful. To him, art is both an escape and a way to share his soul with the world. Picture a guy who spends hours painting scenes from his dreams, pouring his emotions into each stroke. He's not looking to sell his work or gain followers. He just wants to express something deeper. When people see his art, they feel something they can't put into words. That's the artistic dreamer, a Sigma who isn't afraid to wear his soul on his sleeve. His art is a gift to the world, a reflection of his innermost thoughts and feelings. Number 10. The Sage Philosopher. Lastly, we have the Sage Philosopher. This Sigma is wise beyond his years, constantly seeking knowledge and understanding. He's drawn to philosophy, psychology, spirituality, or any discipline that helps him make sense of the world. While others are chasing after superficial goals, the Sage Philosopher seeks enlightenment and inner peace. Imagine a man who spends his evenings reading ancient texts, meditating, or pondering life's big questions. When people come to him with their problems, he offers wisdom rather than advice, guiding them to find their own answers. The Sage Philosopher doesn't impose his beliefs. Instead, he inspires others to think deeply and to question everything. For the Sage Philosopher, life is about growth and understanding. His purpose isn't to impress others, but to connect with something greater. And there you have it, gents, 10 powerful, distinct types of Sigma males. Each of these types has its own strengths and traits, but they all share a common core of independence, self-confidence, and resilience. So, which type resonates with you? Or do you see yourself as a blend of several types? Let us know in the comments below. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to be a Sigma male. The beauty of the Sigma mindset is that it celebrates individuality and self-reliance. Embrace the type that speaks to you and live it with pride and purpose. And as always, if you enjoyed this dive into the world of Sigma males, hit that like button, subscribe, and join us for more content just like this. Having said that, gents, stay true, stay strong, and stay Sigma. We'll see you in the next one.